With our ears may we hear what is good. With our eyes may we behold thy righteousness. Tranquil in body, may we who worship thee find rest. Om. Peace, peace, peace. He who is realized by transcending the world of cause and effect in deep contemplation is expressly declared by the scriptures to be the supreme Brahman. He is the substance, all else the shadow. He is the imperishable. The knowers of Brahman know him as the one reality behind all that seems. For this reason they are devoted to him. Absorbed in him, they attain freedom. The Lord supports this universe, which is made up of the perishable and the imperishable, the manifest and the unmanifest. The individual soul, forgetful of the Lord, attaches itself to pleasure, and thus it is bound. When it comes to the Lord, it is freed from all its fetters. Mind and matter, master and servant, both have existed from beginningless time. The Maya which unites them has also existed from beginningless time. When all three, mind, matter, and Maya, are known as one with Brahman, then is it realized that the self is infinite and has no part in action. Then is it revealed that the self is all. Matter is perishable. The Lord, the destroyer of ignorance, is imperishable, immortal. He is the one God, the Lord of the perishable and of all souls. By meditating on him, by uniting oneself with him, by identifying oneself with him, one ceases to be ignorant. Know God, and all fetters will be loosed. Ignorance will vanish. Meditate upon him and transcend physical consciousness. Thus will you reach union with the Lord of the universe. Thus will you become identified with him who is one without a second. In him all your desires will find fulfillment. The truth is that you are always united with the Lord, but you must know this. Nothing further is there to know. Meditate and you will realize that mind, matter, and Maya, the power which unites mind and matter, are but three aspects of Brahman, the one reality. Like oil in sesame seeds, water in the river bed, fire in tinder, the self dwells within the soul. Realize him through truthfulness and meditation. Knowledge of the self is gained through meditation. The self is Brahman. By Brahman is all ignorance destroyed. To realize God, first control the outgoing senses and harness the mind. Then meditate upon the light in the heart of the fire. Meditate, that is, upon pure consciousness as distinct from the ordinary consciousness of the intellect. Thus the self, the inner reality, may be seen behind physical appearance. Control your mind so that the ultimate reality, the self-luminous Lord, may be revealed. Strive earnestly for eternal bliss. With the help of the mind and the intellect, keep the senses from attaching themselves to objects of pleasure. They will then be purified by the light of the inner reality, and that light will be revealed. The wise control their minds and unite their hearts with the infinite, the omniscient, the all-pervading Lord. Only discriminating souls practice spiritual disciplines. Great is the glory of the self-luminous being, the inner reality. Hear, all ye children of immortal bliss, also ye gods who dwell in the high heavens. Follow only in the footsteps of the illumined ones, and by continuous meditation merge both mind and intellect in the eternal Brahman. The glorious Lord will be revealed to you. Control the vital force. Set fire to the self within by the practice of meditation. Be drunk with the wine of divine love. Thus shall you reach perfection. Be devoted to the eternal Brahman. Unite the light within you with the light of Brahman. Thus will the source of ignorance be destroyed. Sit upright, holding the chest, throat, and head erect. Turn the senses and the mind inward to the lotus of the heart. Meditate on Brahman. Cross the fearful currents of the ocean of worldliness by means of the raft of Brahman. As you become absorbed in meditation, you will realize that the self is separate from the body, and for this reason will not be affected by disease, old age, or death. As a soiled piece of metal, when it has been cleaned, shines brightly, so the dweller in the body, when he has realized the truth of the self, loses his sorrow and becomes radiant with bliss. There is nothing superior to him, nothing different from him, nothing subtler or greater than he. Alone he stands, changeless, self-luminous. He, the Great One, fills this universe. Though he fills this universe, he transcends it. He is untouched by its sorrow. He has no form. Those who know him become immortal. Others remain in the depths of misery. The Lord God, all-pervading and omnipresent, dwells in the heart of all beings. Full of grace, he ultimately gives liberation to all creatures by turning their faces toward himself. He is the innermost self. He is the great Lord. He it is that reveals the purity within the heart, by means of which he, who is pure being, may be reached. He is the ruler. He is the great light, shining forever. He can be known directly by the purified mind through spiritual discrimination. Knowing him, men become immortal. He alone is all this, what has been and what shall be. He has become the universe, yet he remains forever changeless and is the Lord of immortality. His hands and feet are everywhere. His eyes and mouths are everywhere. His ears are everywhere. He pervades everything in the universe. Without organs of sense, yet reflecting the activities of the senses, he is the Lord and ruler of all. He is the friend and refuge of all. He sports in the world without, in innumerable forms. He is the master, the ruler of the whole world, animate and inanimate. He moves fast, though without feet. He grasps everything, though without hands. He sees everything, though without eyes. He hears everything, though without ears. He knows all that is, but no one knows him. He is called the Supreme, the Great One. Subtler than the subtlest, greater than the greatest, the self is hidden in the heart of all creatures. Through his grace, a man loses his cravings, transcends grief, and realizes him as Brahman Supreme. O Brahman Supreme, formless art thou, and yet, though the reason none knows, thou bringest forth many forms. Thou bringest them forth, and then withdrawest them to thyself. Fill us with thoughts of thee. Thou art the fire, thou art the sun, thou art the air, thou art the moon, thou art the starry firmament, thou art Brahman Supreme, thou art the waters, thou the creator of all. Thou art woman, thou art man, thou art the youth, thou art the maiden, thou art the old man tottering with his staff. Thou facest everywhere. Thou art the thundercloud, the seasons, the seas. Without beginning art thou, beyond time, beyond space. Maya is thy divine consort, wedded to thee. Thou art her master, her ruler. Many are her children. The rivers, the mountains, flower, stone and tree, beast, bird and man, in every way like herself. Thou, spirit in flesh, forgetting what thou art, unitest with Maya, but only for a season. Parting from her at last, thou regainest thyself. One thou art, one only. Born from many wombs, thou hast become many. Unto thee all return. Thou, Lord God, bestowest all blessings. Thou the light, thou the adorable one. Whoever finds thee finds infinite peace.